I'm very privileged to be able to work with dynamic team members to set up NIEC and to take the institution to 5 years. We've already completed 5 years together as a team.
K1.
Yes, K1. I'm so happy to be here with you because you are my pioneering senior management team. Perhaps we can share a little bit about ourselves.
Garluck here. I'm in the IT division, but I don't just take care of IT. I also handle the personal data and also the data governance.
Hi, I'm Yin Fong. I'm the NIC City Campus Director. And in my campus, we actually have a lot of in-service or back-to-work moms, or mid-careerists. And every day, my campus is buzzing with music, with different kinds of classes.
Hi, my name is Dorcas. I'm actually the campus director for NIEC Temasek Polytechnic. So basically the campus takes in students who are just off from O levels. So our students are the very energetic ones and they're with us for 3 years.
Lucy here. I'm the Dean of Curriculum and Programs, and I'm stationed at the HQ. In my team, I have a curriculum specialist, and we develop content, monitor and review them.
And I'm Teck Yong. In the institution, they call me Mrs. Loke. I'm the head of the NIEC family. It is really good to chase some memories, go down memory lane, and perhaps we can watch a video together that we did at the point of setup of NIEC.
We are encouraging people to give birth, right? How to educate children is the main concern of parents.
Long hair.
Wow, look at the long hair.
Hands here.
Yeah.
I'm Siet Yao.
Hi, I'm Dorcas.
I've always wanted to be a teacher.
So you had kids, after hearing me for 2 minutes, if I'm not interesting, they'll hide on the table. Within 1 year.
This is how we find our way into the EC sector.
So different. And I was thinking of different ways of engaging children. So I remember my first 2 weeks, I went home with a sore throat and I was sick for 3 days.
I strongly believe in the power of education in transforming lives.
The early years, they are foundation years.
The conviction that we have.
Should not be just training teachers
So this is a
in the
signature
institution.
jacket.
Coaches.
Very happy, excited to be part of this evolving story for Singapore.
We are here because of the children.
Deep inside our heart,
Always remember that line.
passion and the core of teaching so that, we could move the generation ahead.
And that's very well said, Yin Fong.
I think we should also go regional in future, at least.
So NIEC couldn't have come so far the last 5 years without the support of many partners, especially MOE that set us up, and ACTA, who is our strategic partner within the sector as well. And within the setup of NIEC, we are very privileged to have a very strong board of directors who support us in many, many areas as well. But in addition to that, there are a lot of other partners that perhaps you all can share some thoughts about.
I think for the campuses, we receive a lot of support from the host organizations. So they are ITE, Temasek Polytechnic, as well as Ngee Polytechnic. I think our staff receive a lot of support from the various divisions coming from all these host organizations.
And in our setup, also in the corporate side, we also had very good partnership with NTU.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
Not just allowing us to use the legal services, we also are on board of their financial services and also the procurement. We also have the privilege to make use of their IT procurements and also the security. And now we are on board the PDPA and also the data governance policy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
And also
right.
special mention to National Institute of Education, NIE. As we are a small outfit, they have accommodated us, in helping us to do research, by clearing through the ethics committee. At the same time, the Center for Research in Child Development also supported us in doing research where we can provide inputs and we can also participate. In that sense, we not only learned about research, but we also learned about collaborating with our partners. So this is something that we are grateful about.
And certainly for the National Institute of Education, we are set up to be affiliated to them. We are akin to them in a sense that we train for the early childhood sector, whereas they train for the school sector as well. So actually the partnership is something that we want to continue to strengthen from year to year.
I want to mention KKH because they came in to support us in the learning support for children as well as early intervention.
On top of that, of course, are the operators.
That's right. They provide a practicum placement as well as place for our interns to practice for 6 months.
They also provided opportunities for our freshmen to actually enter their centers and all that for their learning journeys within the first month of enrollment into the schools itself. And I think that is something that is really enriching for the students. It's been like 10 over years since they've last stepped into a childcare center. So that was something that really geared them towards the early childhood course and also their future career.
And majority of the operators actually supported us by sending the educators to us for training, and this is something that that is very ongoing for many of them, and we appreciate that very much.
So it is very important that as a National Institute, we continue to have that presence in the professional lives of early childhood educators, because they do know we care for them, we want to advocate for them, and we understand the challenges of being a professional in the EC field. So on this note, a big thank you to all early childhood educators who believe in NIEC and the work we do.
How do you think NIEC's organizational culture has evolved since we started, and what do you think has contributed to these changes? 5 years down the road, I think we are seeing a lot more collaborations. Recently, when NIEC MP campus had got their events and all that, they also invited some of us to go in and learn from them. So I do see a lot of more this so-called collaborations ongoing, that people are more welcoming to each other. I think our intention is only to want to learn what is the best, to learn from each other.
If you could go back and give yourself advice on the day you started with NIEC,
Time traveler.
what would it be? I think what is very important is what makes up the organization. And it is not about the hardware, it's the software, right? So, who comes on board with us is very important. I really think that is something that I really value, and I think that would be an advice for anyone who come on board a new organization. Communication, being able to communicate and to be open, to have a trusting heart, because we all have strengths, right? And if we open up to accept others, I think others will also bring the best in themselves for the organization.
Let me see what it is. Oh, okay. Looking ahead to the next 5 years, what are you most excited about for NIEC's future? So I think looking ahead, we are quite excited that we have built sound foundations for NIEC to enable us to be able to influence more extensively, that we are the go-to institution. Anyone want the early childhood perspective about training and the subject matter, we are able to provide that perspective. So very excited about what will happen in the next leg of our journey together. So on this note, I think we are all excited as senior management that as much as we discuss internally, we also consult our external partners, what is it that we can do together? Because we know that NIEC is certainly in a very well-positioned part of the EC landscape. We are a key influencer. We are able to work very closely with many partners, the MOE, ACTA, the operators, government agencies like KKH, the Children's Museum, all this to enable us to take the EC field further for Singapore. We want to enable all EC educators to nurture, inspire, educate, and care for every child. Because we do know every child deserves a great teacher, and we are able to play the part to make it happen for every child and the family. So really, we are part of the process, not to just nurture children, but we're here to build the future of Singapore together. Wow, we had such an interesting session together today. So it leaves all of us to now wish NIEC Happy 5th Anniversary and more good years ahead.